guys and dolls, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Subscribers, thank you for subscribing. You mean the world to me. You already know that. And for you those of you that are not subscribed, what you ain't know, join the family, duh. Okay, so unlike a lot of people, I kind of stick to my word, okay? I don't say I'm gonna do something and then I don't do it because that's not cool. And people are relying on you and it's just not a nice thing to do. So I said I was going to do a relationship thing for men, and I've already done the other one, the one for women, so now I'm doing the one for men. And these are reasons why women fall out of love, okay? Just like the men's, but and some of these are going to be similar to how men feel also, so it's not really gender specific. Some of these are not really gender specific. Okay, so she doesn't feel appreciated. If you want your lady to stay in a relationship with you, you'll need to show her how much she means to you. Make her feel like she's important and loved. If you treat her as if she's an afterthought, she will begin to feel unappreciated. Expressing your love and appreciation for the woman in your life is one of the best ways to nurture the relationship. When a woman feels appreciated, she will make more of an effort to make her partner happy in return. Don't reason that she should already know you appreciate her if she's still with you. She might just be toughing it out until someone better comes along. The relationship lacks intimacy. When a woman feels emotionally connected, she feels a greater capacity to love and be loved. Psychoanalyst Judith Shervin and James Schnikowski said a woman needs to feel that her partner wants to know and understand her deeply. In their article for Power to Change, they write, most people associate the word intimacy with sex, but real intimacy is so much more than that. It's about being open, sincerely wanting to know about, understand, learn from, care for, enjoy, like, and love the person you're with for who she really is. No matter the occasion or even at the end of the day, don't miss out on being emotionally intimate with the woman you love. So intimacy is not sex. That's a form of physical intimacy, but it's not. It's more of on the emotional end of things, okay? Someone else is paying her more attention. An attention-starved partner is bound to stray. A woman needs to know that she is desired and that you are happy to be with her. As soon as someone starts giving her the attention she craves, this can be enough to make her fall out of love with her partner and fall head over heels for the person who is fulfilling her need for love, attention, and approval. Affirm your partner often and don't take her for granted. I was going to comment on that, and I can't remember what I was going to... I don't know what I was going to add to that. Maybe it'll come back to me later. You don't protect and defend her. Oh, I know what I was going to say. What I was going to say is being a female and being on the receiving end of men trying to mac, okay? Whether you're engaged, married, it doesn't matter. Seeing somebody long term, it doesn't matter. Guys are always looking for an opportunity. They're natural hunters. So they're either hunting for some action or they're hunting for an opportunity to be with you. And most likely for action, but it could be for more, who knows. I was married before, as you guys probably already know, and this is a typical thing a guy would say when he's trying to get with you. He's trying to make the move and you say, I'm sorry, I'm married. They're like salesmen, right? So the first thing out of his mouth could be, but are you happy? I know you said you're married, but are you happy? In so many words or less, I can make you happy. Now, he's going to be a salesman, and women who are vulnerable could easily fall for that. I would do the sun, the moon. I give you the sun, the moon, and the stars, and I would listen to you, and I would never deny you this or that, blah, 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 blah. All of that could be a bunch of bull, but it usually is. But anyway, some men are sincere, and most of them are not. I've been a female long enough to know how this works. But anyway, so they try to creep in there. Well, are you happy? I know you're married, but are you happy? I know you're seeing somebody, but are you happy? I know you're engaged, but are you happy? Because I can make you happy, honey. And when someone's vulnerable, it could be easy for them to fall into that trap of listening to all his empty promises. You know, and and 9 times out of 10, she's that person. It could be a guy too. The person feels vulnerable, so it might be easy for them to fall into something that's probably a load of crap, but it sounds really good at the time because they're vulnerable and they're being neglected in the relationship. So, if your family or friends say something disrespectful, do you come to her aid? Or if a random person at a bar tries to make an advance, do you step in? Of course, women aren't weak human beings in need of protecting. But they do need to know that you care enough to show concern for their physical and mental welfare. If you demonstrate a lack of concern for her well-being, this sends the message that you don't care about her at all. You are only in the relationship to get your own needs met. If you really do care, show it with your words and your actions. You don't support her. A woman needs someone to share her hopes and dreams with. The last thing she needs is someone telling her she isn't smart enough to get that promotion or not pretty enough to land that acting role. You should be each other's cheerleader, so cheer her on and let her know she's pretty, smart, and doing a good job at just being her. We all need encouragement from time to time, and there's no better person to hear it from than the one we love. Nothing is more wounding than being put down by the person who is supposed to be in your corner. She's lost her independence. In the beginning of your relationship, you and your lady were probably inseparable, but now that some time has passed, she may be making too many compromises to accommodate your needs and missing the freedom of the single life. This can lead to a lot of resentment and cause her to fall out of love in the future. You should understand your partner's most important personal freedoms and not hinder those, and she should do the same for you. You should also let her know she can talk to you about any feelings of entrapment so you can work through them together. You stop making her laugh. Have you stopped trying to make her laugh? According to a recent study, the more a woman laughs when conversing with a man, the more likely she's interested. And if both people laugh together, well, that's an indicator of a definite romantic connection. These results were discovered by Jeffrey Hall, Associate Professor of Communication Studies from the University of Kansas, while researching a link between humor and intelligence. Something that I'm lacking in this present moment. Anyway, you don't know how to fight fair. Don't let arguments turn into a blaming match. Humble yourself and admit when you're wrong. Also know when to end the argument and come to a compromise. It's not about who wins or loses. There's no point in winning a few arguments if you eventually lose your marriage. It would be nice if a marriage meant that everyone always got along and never had disagreements, but that's just not how things go down. Whether it is today or 10 years from now, there will be something that starts a fight. Fighting is not necessarily a bad thing when it's done right, when it's done fair. And by the way, this isn't coming from me, so I'm not going to sit here and act like I wrote this article. I so did not. I got this online. And cheatsheet.com is where I got this article from. cheatsheet.com. Another thing that's a relationship killer, which is pretty much a no-brainer, but I'm going to go there anyway. For those of you who are not familiar with narcissism, that's a relationship destroyer. Someone who has significant health, not health problems, although I'm going to comment about that too. Significant mental issues. Okay, somebody who is someone who has narcissistic personality disorder, and I'm not a clinical psychologist or anything, but I am extremely well versed on it because both my parents are narcs, and every relationship I've ever had practically was narcs, or they were emotionally unavailable. which is typical when your parents are losers. You end up finding people that are subconsciously losers also. Anyway, moving right along. So if the person is a narcissist, you're pretty much doomed from the start because they don't love anyone but themselves. Their mindset will never change. Let me repeat that. A narcissist mindset will never change. You cannot love them hard enough. Give them about 3 more babies. Make love to them every night. Cook, clean, and massage his feet, massage his back. Do everything for him. Bathe him. No, they're never going to change. You're wasting your time. So, there are different spectrums of narcissism and different degrees of narcissism. But that's another reason why I say don't rush into a marriage. Don't rush into a solid, strong relationship with somebody long term. Because if they're a narcissist, it's not a matter of if they're hiding who they are hiding who they are. They're going to be your knight in shining armor, and that's not going to last long. The time frame, I can't tell you what the time frame is. It could be 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 10 years, but he could be living a secret life behind your back for that whole time too. So it's never going to amount to anything positive with a narcissist. I'm going to say something about the health thing, and I find this very, very disturbing, okay? I have a health condition that's invisible. I have fibromyalgia, for those of you that already know that. It's a chronic pain condition. It's like having the aches and pains of the flu without having the flu. It's a nightmare. Unpredictable. Spin the wheel, whatever it lands on, that's what gets to hurt now, okay? That's my world. It's neurological. It's not psychological. It's neurological. If your doctor doesn't take you seriously, fire him, throw him out the window. Okay, maybe not literally throw him out the window, although you're going to want to, but fire him. Okay, so, or her, for that matter. I find that women are a lot more understanding when a guy has an issue, a medical issue. If he's in a wheelchair, he's got some kind of issue. Men seem to want to escape right out the gate, right out the gate. Like if you get to know somebody and you happen to tell them, they're looking for an escape route right out the gate. Women, I'm not saying women don't, but I've seen relationships where men are permanently incapacitated and he still has a woman by his side. So it seems to me that women are a lot more nurturing and a lot more caring when it comes to that. Men seem to go, no, I'm not taking care of you. I'm not taking care of you. And that arrogant attitude, you never know. You might be the one in a wheelchair. And what if she ran away from you? I mean, it's just crazy. And when I used to be, online and meeting people, which is my worst experience ever, whatever. I have a video talking about narcissists and online dating, 1 and 2. 2 didn't come out so good, but you could listen to it if you don't want to watch it because the lighting is just awful and the equipment was awful. Although it was brand new, it was just awful. Anyway, women seem a lot more caring and nurturing when it comes to that. Men are just like, oh, you got a condition? Oh, really? Really, dude? You might turn away an excellent opportunity to be with a really good woman because you're acting stupid. I'm just saying. And one day that could be you who's incapacitated. We don't know when our time comes. And if you had no concern or no interest in what somebody else is going through, when your turn comes, if it does come, don't expect people to be warm and loving and kind to you because what goes around comes around. Remember that. And the same thing for women. You find out that a guy's on crutches or in a wheelchair and you run away. That's pretty disgusting behavior. Because that could be you. You could be 5 minutes away from God knows what. And it causes your life to change dramatically. I never thought it would happen to me. I used to take care of patients. I never thought I'd be one. But anyway, we're not going to go on that roll at all. But anyway, so those are 8 reasons why women fall out of love. And I'll add 1, if he's a narcissist, that's a guarantee your marriage is going to go and end up in divorce. Or you're going to have a miserable life the rest of your life because that's never going to change. I'll try to give another one. Communication, lack of communication. If you don't have that, you don't have a whole lot. And because this person was a narc, the one I was with, because he was a narc, when there were times that I wanted to communicate and he'd have this attitude, which doesn't get you don't have to be a narcissist to have this attitude, but it's not going to win you brownie points, okay, with your relationship. It's not going to strengthen your relationship. But I'm like talking to him about something important, and he'd be like, oh, I had a long day. I dealt with ignorant people all day. Now I gotta come home and listen to this. You don't gotta listen to nothing ever again. Here's your wedding ring, get lost, okay? You're gonna end up being in that situation, man or woman, if that's your response. Even if you're not a narcissist, you're basically flipping the bird to your partner. Lack of respect, lack of appreciation, you know what I'm saying? And these are things that are an emotional karate kick to people, and they don't forget it. And the more it continues, the deeper those wounds go. Before you know it, I'm sorry, we'll never fix it in any way, shape, or form. So that's just the way it rolls. So if you have any comments, by all means, leave them down below. I love you guys, and thank you for watching. And oh, you know what? Oh, I forgot something. That's what happens when you get old, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to try really hard to do. When I do videos, I want to do a beauty tip of the day. I don't know if I'm going to do it in the beginning or the end or in the middle of the video, so you're going to have to watch the video to get the beauty tip of the day. And believe me, you're going to thank me after this is all said and done. So, this is called a microplane. I guess it's just I don't know if it's a company name or what. But anyway, it's a foot file. I'm going to see if I can get it close to you. Close to you. Sorry. Okay. It's a foot file. It does not play around. When you touch it, you can feel that it's going to take your skin off your feet, and it's going to make your feet look like, woo, brand spanking new. Now, let me make you a happy camper. You can get these. This is, there's a pink one. Well, obviously, but there's a black one too. I will tell you, it's very, very, very sharp when you use this on your feet, because skin on your feet is the hardest skin on your body. It is, I don't care how many files you use, it doesn't really get the job done. This sucker right here will get the job done. Now, let me make you even happier. You can get them on Amazon for like $7, $8. Okay? And it's a foot file. Okay? I don't know how tall. This is the bottom of my hand. Okay, it does not play around. When you take the skin off your feet, just go to Amazon and look for foot rasp, R-A-S-P, and you'll see one for like $7 or $8. Like I said, there's the pink one and there's also a black one. When you do your feet, let's say this is your foot, right? Do not saw back and forth. That damages your skin. It puts micro cuts in your skin. And because this is a heavy-duty file, you don't need to saw back and forth anyway. So just go in one direction, like that, to take that skin off. Do not saw back and forth. One direction only. And just be patient if you got a lot of, dead skin on there. And it does a fantastic job. Do not get too excited with it, because you can damage your skin and start pulling off new skin, and then your feet are going to be tender for 2 or 3 days. Somebody gave a bad review about this because of that. Oh, I used it and it took off too much of my skin. That's not the file's fault, that's the operator's fault. So don't act like it's faulty when you didn't do it right. So again, you get it? Obviously, with this part against your skin, and you just go like that until you get that skin off. Your feet will be softer than they've ever been. And then what you're going to do after that is take like shea butter or body butter or foot cream that's specifically for your feet. You can even use Vaseline. And then put some socks on, keep them on overnight, and then tomorrow, not tomorrow, but you know what I mean, the next day, I have blonde moments, leave me alone! The next day, your feet will be like brand spanking new. You're welcome. I love you guys. Take care. See you in the next video.